Well, greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, Brother Jack Angry, coming to you today live, well, mostly live, as nobody here around here is live anyway, from the Monastery of Mayhem, deep in the bowels of Omaha, Nebraska. And we just want to throw a big shout out to our friends Igor Blasphemy and all the rest of the great people at Ultra Toxic TV and the Static Wasteland. Igor got in touch with me recently and asked us to go ahead and take a few minutes to talk with you all about what Halloween means to Brother Jack Angry. Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look at it, shall we? Halloween is that wonderful season after you've come out of all the summer activities, the 4th of July, August, Memorial or Labor Day, you know, you've been to all the barbecues, the ball games, and all of that crap, and, you know, you've gotten kind of fed up with the hot days, you know, having to stay inside in the air conditioning, you know, bugs and all that good stuff. Halloween is that wonderful season in between that and when things really get shitty as far as winter is concerned. You know, it's like, yeah, the summer is nice because nobody was ever late from work because they had to shovel a bunch of sunshine off their car before they left for work. Let's face it, as soon as December rolls around, January rolls around, you all know that's going in the shitter. It's going to be crap city from, I'd say about the middle of December till about the middle of April. Depending on where you're at. I mean, hopefully here in Omaha it'll start moderating out about the first part, usually the last week in March, the first part of April. But we've got so many great events, so many great parties and things for the Halloween season. We can still forget about winter. It's a ways off yet. I mean, I'd say we've got a good 2 months. If we're lucky, a good 2 months before things really get bad. And that was the question that Igor put to me for his Halloween, big Halloween celebration, and he was gracious enough to ask us to be a part of it. You rock, Igor. Ultra Toxic TV in the Static Wasteland kick ass. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, not unlike that other guy at that other station, whose name, you know, we won't mention. Oh, and by the way, hi Max! You know who you are. But anyway, as I was saying, Halloween is that wonderful season. The leaves are starting to turn. There's just a little hint of coldness in the air. The days are getting a little shorter. We turn the clocks ahead, we turn them back so we get an hour to sleep. That's always, an hour extra to sleep, I should say. That's always a good thing. You know, and let's face it, pumpkin spice, everything. It's like, you know, you go to the doctor and here's your pumpkin spice preparation H, or here's your pumpkin spice Vicodin, and, you know, Brother Jack is a big fan of Vicodin. He's all over that shit. You know, I'm waiting for someone to come out with pumpkin spice flavored cannabis. They're going to make a mint. That shit will clean up. And another thing, Halloween. That's a big part of this time of year, and it's the reason for the season, everyone. You know, you get to go to all the great parties. You get to eat all the candy you want. All the great Halloween props and everything, and you know, and the best part is, with the Halloween coming around, it all goes on sale at 50% off. So stock up for next year. Do your shopping now. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart. We all remember that line, Ash and the Evil Dead, and Army of Darkness. Great movie. Love you, Bruce. But another thing I like about Halloween is getting head. And speaking of which, let me go get that head right now. Don't go anywhere. See? I got some head. Yeah, I know what you all thought, but I can't. All the girls were busy today, so unfortunately, Brother Jack's just shit out of luck on that one. But it was a nice gag, right, Reggie? We're just gonna set Reggie down right here. You know, there we go. But anyway, Halloween. You know, Halloween is that time of year when, you know, historically it's the time of the year when the veil between this world and the next is the thinnest, and the dead can move around on their own, unfettered for one night. And a lot of our great traditions of giving candy, jack-o'-lanterns, costumes and masks all came out of these ancient pagan traditions. But let's talk about what's important. Girls in slutty costumes. Let's face it, you're a guy, I'm a guy, most of our viewers are guys, you know, except for the real freaky girls who watch us, and, you know, we all need to write in, and because I need some phone numbers. Alright, Brother Jack needs to get a date. Anyway, though, let's face it, why do we like Halloween? We like seeing girls in slutty costumes, slutty police officers, slutty nurses, slutty firemen, slutty Ninja Turtles, slutty schoolgirls, slutty Girl Scouts, slutty whatever, you know, fill in the blank here. And that's a big reason for, another big reason for the season. I love going to Halloween parties and looking at all the girls in their great costumes. I love looking at people in costumes, period. It's a great time of year because everybody's creativity seems to explode. And you see some of the most fantastic costumes, and a good majority of them are homemade. That and comic book conventions. And we all know Brother Jack likes comic book conventions, although Brother Jack doesn't go to comic book conventions to harass the cosplayers like someone I could think of. Heck, red-headed asshole, lamb coat wearing fuck. Excuse me, a little phlegm there. But, you know, let's face it, we all like girls in cute little costumes, and I should say women in cute little costumes. You know, Halloween is definitely not for the kids. I don't care what anyone says. There is definitely an adult side to Halloween. Another thing we like about Halloween, horror movies. You know, all the horror movies, all the classics seem to come out around the Halloween season. You know, you've got your Universal monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman. You've got the great franchises like Chucky, Freddy Krueger with Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Michael Myers, and, you know, all the stuff Rob Zombie is doing. Love you, Rob. Halloween is just a really, really, really fantastic time of the year because for that one night a year, we get to dress up and be the people we most want to be, either good or bad. And, you know, it's like we, you know, for that one night, we get to be the hero or the villain that we most want to be. I mean, you know, when I was younger, I always wanted to be Captain Kirk from Star Trek. I had my gold shirt and my black pants and boots and my phaser prop and everything. And those were good times. You know, and let's face it, you always liked it when the hot gal down the street dressed as Lieutenant Uhura, and, you know, you went to the party with her because everybody thought you made a cute couple. You know, I mean, lot of good times. Brother James and me our parents would often put us in matching costumes. I mean, so I would always go as Captain Kirk, and he would always go as Bones McCoy or Mr. Spock or whatever he felt like that year. You know, it's great to have a brother to do these things with. I mean, I'd highly recommend it. It's always great to have a best friend, or, you know, a good and trusted wingman, or, you know, if you're a girl, your pack of girlfriends to do these things with, because that's what the best memories are made of. And that's what Halloween is all about, is making them good memories that are going to carry you through the bad times in your life. And hopefully we all are lucky enough to have more good times than bad. And let's face it, girls in slutty costumes. You know, that's what Halloween is all, in a lot of ways, that's what Halloween is all about. So the next time you see that girl dressed as the slutty policeman with her little thigh boots and her little blue skirt and blue top, or the slutty schoolgirl with her little plaid skirt and her, you know, rather overinflated boobs bursting out of her little top with her little tie and her little glasses and book bag, you know, walk over and give her a great big hug and say, "God love you, honey. Thanks for keeping up the tradition." You know, that's all about all I got. So again, I want to throw a shout out to all my fellow horror hosts, Igor Blasphemy and the staff at Toxic Wasteland, or I'm sorry, Ultra Toxic TV and Static Wasteland. Our good friend Uncle Edward from It Came From the Basement, Oliver from Oliver's Midnight Movie, Bargain Basted, Stoner Friendly Freak Show. You know, Count Gore, Dr. Destruction, Penny Dreadful, Uncle Fright, we miss you wherever you're at, you know, out there in Fall River, Massachusetts. Our good friends of the show here in Omaha, all of our fans and friends. I'm Brother Jack Angry saying Happy Halloween, good night, unpleasant dreams, and let's get wasted. But drive carefully, everyone. Drink responsibly, and if you're that fucked up, call Uber, hire a cab, throw your keys in the back seat somewhere. Happy Halloween, y'all. And, oh, God, what is that just? Oh, and unpleasant dream, and let's keep America on top. Watch Horror Host, y'all. Good night and happy Halloween.